Hello, D-Rock here. Welcome to the channel. I hope you all are well. Today I want to talk about some new gear I just got. I recently got into a crash on my XT250. I'm not going to do any footage from that video. I've already done 2 videos on this, so I encourage you to watch the videos. They're pretty good, and there's one video where I actually crashed, and there's another video where I kind of do an analysis of it. But anyway, after the events that happened and the injuries I sustained, it got me thinking very deeply about protection and how I needed to work on my protection while riding. So it's now been over 3 weeks since the accident, and I'm still healing up. One of the main injuries I sustained where I cracked my ribs here on the left side. If you watch the video, and what I think happened is, this is the best I can piece it together, is when I fell, let me preface this a little bit. Let me back up. I was riding about 35 miles an hour. I went into a deep rut on a dirt road and I immediately tried to get out of the rut. Boom, ate it. When I went down, instead of sticking out my arm, which is good because I would have shattered my arm, I tucked. And when I did that and I hit the ground extremely hard, it pushed my elbow up into my ribs and it cracked them. And well, if you never had cracked, busted, broken ribs before, then it's miserable, absolutely miserable. There's really nothing they can do for it on the whole, so you just have to live with it for probably about 6 weeks until you're healed up. I'm now going into the 4th week. I've got all my movement back, but the worst part is you just can't sleep. Laying down is just absolutely miserable. So we're getting there. Each day is a little better, but the rib injuries made me realize, especially when I'm on the XT, I tend to be a little more courageous on that bike and the terrain I'm riding in. So out in the desert here, there's just all types of things that you can just fall into: rocks, logs, sticks, cactus, I mean, you name it, whether it's the desert, the mountains, wherever you're at, that you can land on and break ribs. So one of the pieces of gear that I needed to incorporate into my riding was some type of chest rib protection. So I did a lot of research. While the first 2 weeks I literally sat on a couch, I could not do anything else, so I had plenty of time to research things. I looked at a lot of the chest armor like Liat and Fox and everything, a lot of what the motocross riders wear, and I had a comment that mentioned a TekVest. I have never heard of a TekVest, so I did some research on TekVests, which is made by TekRider out of Canada. These vests are made for motorcycle riding, snowmobiling and such, and they incorporate armor over your sternum, chest area, stomach, and then especially the ribs. So there's a bunch of different models of vests, but the one I decided to go with, not just for me, but I also bought one for Jen, was this is it right here, the TekVest Crossover. I decided to go with this model because it's got armor all through this area, good protection for the ribs. It has missing armor in the back here, so you can wear a backpack to alleviate that. It creates a space underneath for air. It's meshed. The armor's got holes through it all throughout for good airflow, and this also can be worn over jackets. So the idea I'm thinking is you can also wear a neck brace with this, and I did also order the detachable shoulder pads. They're on their way, so I can attach shoulder pads to these. My thinking with this is that I can wear it over a jacket, of course. So a lot of times I ride the asphalt to get to the dirt, and when it gets hot, I'll wear the jacket, dress for the slide, not the ride. But once I get on the dirt, I can take the jacket off, wear a jersey, put this on, shoulder pads, elbow pads, and I can get into the more technical riding on the dirt that I like to do, especially on the XT250. So this is just one thing that I'm working on bit by bit for more protection as I move on. I'm dealing with boots. I had to get a new helmet and so forth. So let's take a quick look at the vest here, and then we'll try it on, and then we'll go for a ride with it. Gotta toss it up here, otherwise my shadow is going to cover it. But the front of the vest here is, there's armor all in the front here and on the sides, and then you've got the other sides that are attached. These two sides cover up, offering excellent protection on the ribs. There's not much on the back, but let me get this flipped over here. There. So this is inside. This is your back piece. There's a little bit of armor going up, but there's going to be a pocket here. So when you wear a backpack, you've got air moving through. So it just helps with the heat. And then you've got a strap up here and a buckle strap on this side. Quick attach, and then a pull buckle on that side to tighten. And from what I understand is that the vests are made so when you do wear a pack with them, it spreads the weight out, so it makes wearing a pack fairly comfortable. I don't know yet, I haven't done that, and typically I don't like to wear packs while I'm riding. I just don't like doing it. But if this works with a hydration pack, that's fine. Anything more than that, I just attach it to the bike, or the panniers or whatnot. But the vest looks good. It looks like it's going to be hot. I ride in the desert, so as it's mid-April now, actually going into late April, so the heat is just about here for the foreseeable future. But like I mentioned, once I get to the dirt, I intend to pull the jacket off and just wear a jersey, wear this, shoulder pads, elbow pads, and hopefully that offers me the protection I'm looking for. So there's a strap you can adjust on the top here, get it to where you want it, and then you've got the buckle strap here. Putting the vest on, of course, is pretty simple. Open the buckle, and this just slides over like that. I mean, it's simple, right? So obviously I'm just wearing a t-shirt now. We had actually tightened this down the other day, but here we go. So one thing that's important is on the sides right here. This comes into the sizing of the vest here. Is you don't want, for example, I initially ordered a small. I got Jen a small, I got myself a small, and because I thought the medium would be too big. I was incorrect. The small was too small. Because it was stretched out like this, you want those two pieces to overlap. So that's a big deal. So you need to take that in consideration with sizing. Sizing, it actually goes by weight, some of the sizing. So the medium was, I think, 130 to 170 pounds, somewhere in that range. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but I weigh 170, and the medium is just right for me. I think it's going to be fine over a jacket. I get to the dirt, take the jacket off, switch it out, and that's going to be good. So tighten this down there, and I've got excellent rib protection. I've got armor going all the way up here. This is a D-ring, presumably for snowmobile riding, for your kill switch. If you get knocked off, it'll just kill your machine. But excellent protection from below my belly button all the way up over my sternum right here. I don't have any armor up here, but I've got some of this hard stuff here. So double armor all the way around to the back because it's overlapping, fully protecting my ribs. So if I crash or get knocked off the bike, I catch myself on a rock, a log, or my elbow, presumably this is going to mitigate the injury. This would also presumably help catching a handlebar going over a bike, or, you know, a tree branch getting punctured. So I think it's going to be a pretty worthy investment. So let's try this over a couple of jackets that I ride with and see what it's like there. So this is my summertime jacket. It's really meshy vented. I've taken a few spills in this jacket and it's done me well. Level 2 armor in the shoulders, elbows. You can actually see I've got a little tear right there from and some back armor. And I wear this when it gets really hot because it's very airy, but jacket's on. Now, remember, I'm going to be riding to the dirt. Once I get to the dirt, the jacket's coming off, and then I'm just wearing the jersey with the armor. But getting there could be a little warm, but I just want to see how it's like with the jacket. And yeah, I can already tell this is not a problem at all. I'm not too worried about doubling up these areas, but it fits right over the jacket, not a problem. This is a thinner jacket, that is. And there, I got all this protection right through here, of course, on the ribs with the jacket on. Movement is no problem. There you have it. This is my cooler cold weather riding jacket. This is the Revit 4.0 sand jacket. 4.H2O sand jacket. Oh, man, it's always a mouthful in this one. This is a thicker jacket for sure. Level 2 armor, back, shoulders, elbows. And this was what I was wearing when I got into my most recent crash that pretty much protected me from some serious injury. Like, I still cracked my ribs with it because I didn't have any armor, but I got severely bruising on the shoulders and elbows, even though I did have level 2 armor in both. I mean, you can only do so much, right? So obviously thicker than the last jacket. Let's see, we can loosen this up a little bit, give us an idea of how this is going to feel over this. And once again, yeah, that's no problem. That goes right over. And I still got plenty of room to tighten down to get some overlap on those ribs. So, give me a second while I adjust here. So, still got overlap here. Not as much as I like with like a jersey on, but I still got good protection, and I can cinch it down really good, and I still got freedom of movement to ride. This is the ticket for me. Obviously, this is going to be hot, especially right now. I'm already cooking, so I'm going to get this off right now. All right, well, I got my vest on, and I'm wearing my summer jacket. It's a warm day, and I'm definitely getting air. It's actually quite comfortable. So all this is mesh, and then the armor has holes through the armor, so you get good airflow. One thing I have noticed is my camera mount, this bottom part is catching right here, but oh well, can't all be perfect, you know. But initially I'm feeling pretty comfortable. You know, it's about 80 degrees, so once it's 100 degrees, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a warm piece of gear, no doubt about that. So I am wondering if I had been wearing this in the crash, my most recent crash, I wonder if I would have sustained the injuries to the ribs. You know, you think about that. I don't know, it might have made a difference, maybe not, but I think having anything over the ribs is an excellent idea, and my chest area. So So I think it's a worthy investment, and as far as that's concerned, these are spendy. I paid full retail for both vests, and they were $4.99 a piece, right at $500, I believe. That's a chunk of change, but if it helps protect me in the event of another crash, then it's worth every single penny. All right, we'll get up to speed here. So I'm going, I don't know, about 40 miles an hour, and it's actually quite comfortable. I'm getting enough air through the vest that I'm not getting too hot. Granted, it's a warm day, not a hot day, but there's definitely air moving through it. I didn't wear a backpack, so I can't speak for that. That'll have to come on another ride, but initially, at least over the jacket, I'm not uncomfortable. So I might wear this a lot, to be honest with you, not just for the dirt, but just for any time I'm riding on the asphalt, really. You know, once you get up to speed and you get enough wind coming, then that's going to help with heat. But it's not bad at all, especially with this jacket. It's so vented, or meshy, I should say. Lots of airflow. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. All right, well, we'll try a little dirt riding here for a second. See how the vest hangs out on that. It's actually quite comfortable, and I'm not having this, not catching on my camera mount like it was while I'm sitting down, so that's a good thing, because you're going to stand a little more while you're off-road. Yeah, even at slower speeds, I'm still getting some air through it. So if I'm just going to wear a jersey underneath this thing while I'm riding off-road in the warmer months, then I think I'll be quite comfortable. Yeah, this isn't, it's not interfering with any movement, so I think this is going to work out extremely well. Yeah, the vest is going to work out well. Yeah, I have no problems there. Standing with it feels great. Good news, folks. It's not very comfortable. Yeah, I don't really have anything negative to speak about it. The shoulder pads should be here in a week or so. So I'll do an update with that on an upcoming video while I'm riding, I believe. But I think this is going to be yeah, this is going to be a great piece of gear, and it's got a pretty hefty price tag, but it looks like it's extremely well made. The materials look like they're very durable, so I mean, with, you know, taking proper care, I think I'll get many years of usage out of this thing. So all good things, all those boxes are checked. I think the TekVest is going to work for me. I find it to be quite comfortable. It's going to be a little warm, but I think it's going to work out just fine. Goes over the jackets just fine. It's comfortable standing, sitting. It doesn't move around. Once I get the rest of the gear I need, then when I switch to just wearing a jersey on the dirt, it's going to be even more comfortable. So this is going to work out quite well. I like the protection it gives me. on my chest, my ribs, even my back. So I think it's going to be a very good investment. It looks like it's very well made. As I mentioned at the beginning, it's made in Canada. The materials are good. Looks like it's going to be quite durable. So aside from the price tag, you know, buy once, cry once, this is going to work out very well. So there you have it. And once again, this is the TekRider TekVest crossover. Bueno, I think it's going to work out just fine. Folks, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It's free. It helps us out tremendously. We're trying to grow this channel. Lots more content on the way. Stay safe out there. Wear your gear. Folks, we'll see you next time. D-Rock out. Adios.